In this video, I'm going to talk to you about all the GT86 mods I think you should do and I think are the best, and a lot of popular opinion around this, but the car is of course very popular to modify and easy to do so, and is a good platform to start if you want to modify. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Cars with Ben. Now, I do have an 86 myself, and I am in the process of hopefully modifying it very soon, and I've got a lot of ideas. And firstly, I wanted to start with lights. A lot of people love changing the lights on the GT86, and here you can see the Valentis. The stock lights I actually believe are okay, and a lot of people also seem to not like them maybe, but I think they're very JDM and give that OEM look. Of course, you can get these Valentis, which have the very cool sequential tail light, and super easy install. You wouldn't have to go to a garage. It's literally just a click in, click out process. You can also get some smoked ones looking like these, and for front ones, they're a bit more difficult because you do need to take the front bumper off, but they do look very aggressive in its look on the road, which I am planning to do front ones in the future. Valentis cost around £330 roughly to £250, and you can also get the updated facelift versions for £270 on Amazon. You can also buy the front lights for about £400, and if you've got deep pockets, these lovely heart ones are about $2,000. The next one applies to pretty much all cars, and this is wheels. Wheels transform the look of your car, no matter pretty much what the car is, and I think for the GT86, there's such a plethora of wheels to go for, and they all look good. Even if it's the BRZ, the FRS, anything looks great. As you can see, there's a lot of choice to go for, whether it's black, whether it's red, whether it's blue, whether it's white, that sort of thing. It pretty much suits it. I love the bronze, sort of matte bronze on the red. It looks excellent, and it really suits it. With the BRZ, it might even be a gold wheel that suits the Subaru in blue. And for wheels, there's a lot of choice. You go for Japan racing, you go for work, you go for bowler, you could go for a lot of different companies. Here's Japan Racing. They're actually a bit more budget wheels, but they look really good. And I also use wheel-based alloys, which are great if you're in the UK. With wheels comes suspension, and I think you can't have a car on new wheels without changing the suspension a little bit, because it always looks a bit awkward. As you can see with the GT86 in its stock form, it does actually look pretty high, and for a sports car that is a bit too high, I think, so it definitely does need to be lowered somewhat. And you can still use it, don't forget, this isn't a car that you won't be able to use once it's lowered. It still works quite well. Obviously in the UK we do have speed bumps, which do have become an issue for us, but you can drop it from 25 to up to 100 millimeters, and you can see the difference in this video about how it changes the suspension for such a snug fit. You could go with springs, you could go with coilovers, you could also go with air suspension if you wanted to, and obviously each one gets more expensive each time. Now don't forget the struts and coilovers, of course, are more adjustable, and it's a bit of a minefield, so I definitely recommend watching another video on suspension entirely, but definitely do suspension on an 86 because it will look a lot better and just a lot more snug to the road. Here's some examples of suspension in the UK for about 180 for springs. Coilovers typically a bit more at around £700, and of course if you want anything else it will continue to go up, but it does change the height and the way your car drives. Up next is mechanics, and with this I've decided specifically to talk about the turbo. Now a lot of people do say the 86 is slow. I mean, at least compared to its current competitors. Sure, I get that. However, I think it's actually a fast car. Now, with that 200 horsepower standard that you're getting, it's not too bad, but you can always make it a bit faster, and the engine is quite tunable. So if you don't know, a lot of engines are mostly detuned and sort of for road purpose, whereas you could probably go racing with a turbo. It's a lot faster. It improves horsepower probably by about, who knows, 100 horsepower, let's say, and sometimes it is really great for that. Up next is the spoiler at number 5, and the reason I've gone for spoilers is because usually I don't like them on most cars. They don't fit any car really, but with the 86 it kind of comes with a stock spoiler, and because of that it looks pretty good. As you can see here, the spoiler, pretty much no matter what size, just suits the car so well, and I don't know why, if it's just in a race format. Most cars, of course, like I said, don't, but the spoiler on the 86 is so good, and of course it creates downforce, which you get in planes, and that is what you need when you are driving this car on a track. Maybe not as stupid as this, because please don't do that. So here is something I found. You could go for a super cheap spoiler on Amazon, or if you want some more serious stuff, Fensport do some really good stuff for up to £1,000. To finish off, let's talk about liveries. At number 6, the final mod I've selected is a livery, and as you can see in this picture, the 86 really suits a livery. Again, unlike most cars, this car really does suit it. As you can see, this Castrol one, which was modified very tastefully, looks excellent. And it's got a bit of a wide body. I was going to talk about wide bodies, but let's save this one because liveries on any car look great. I like to go on Gran Turismo and sort of see it myself before I do it. But the racing versions look excellent and definitely one to consider as your last option of modification. I hope you found this video useful in any way, and if you have, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. I make weekly car content and I love helping people with informative reviews or just information that you might not know about. So that's been my GT86 mods that I think you should do and I recommend. I'll see you in the next one.